Welcome, dosto. So today we have a very exciting matchup against France in the quarterfinal of the World Team Championship happening in Israel. And joining me is I am Padmini Ruth. So Padmini, a very exciting match today. What do you think? What are going to be the most exciting matchups?
Yeah, hi everyone. Yeah, today it's a very crucial game, and we have India versus France on the quarterfinal stage. We have Nihal versus Yules, Vidit versus MVL, Presenet versus SL, and Sasikiran versus Tigran Gharamian. So it's going to be a really important match, and the players are already, I think, sitting on their boards.
Wow. Yeah, very exciting matches here. So I'm really looking forward to MVL Vecher Legrand Maxime against Vidit because
Yes.
MVL he was number 2 in the world. He's a classy elite player. But हमारा Vidit भी कुछ कम नहीं है. So it's going to be a very interesting matchup. Also playing is Fressine Laurent. For guys you don't know, Fressine was Magnus's second for many world championships. And he's a very strong player as well. And he'll be facing our homeboy, S L Narayanan. So, Padmini, any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think these are the crucial matches, because SL has been winning and on the top board. Okay, they have started the game. Let's bring on the boards also. Yeah, so MVL has started with C4 actually. Did you expect C4, Abhi?
No, because MVL, if I'm not wrong, he's an expert in E4, E5 opening. So I was expecting E4, but probably he wants to catch with it, try something different today. So it's an interesting choice. And we also see Nihal, by the way, on the second board, playing against Jules Moussad. He's also playing 1C4. So
Yeah, Nihal has also started with C4.
yeah.
So
So
we have two C4.
Vidit is already thinking, yeah.
Yeah, I think Vidit also did not expect MVL to start with C4. But I think in one of the games in this tournament, he started with D4. So,
yeah, it is an interesting choice. So, yeah, okay, this is quite a theoretical opening. In English, guys, you're basically playing it like a reverse Sicilian. You're playing Sicilian with white, but you have an extra move. Or ye move se, white can try to create something, try for some positional edge. It is a English is an opening Padmini, which I feel like it causes not tactical but positional imbalances. और अलग थोड़े से हटके पोजीशन आते हैं बहुत बार.
हाँ, जैसे हम सोचते हैं कि E4 पे बहुत ही डायनामिक ओपनिंग्स होगा, पर काफी पोजिशनल भी रहता है. एंड C4 इट इज लाइक यू सेड रिवर्स्ड सिसिलियन. एंड वी विल बी एक्सपेक्टिंग कि बहुत शार्प डायनामिक प्ले होगा, बट क्योंकि व्हाइट के पास एक एक्स्ट्रा टेम्पो है, तो आई थिंक black will be not very aggressive but try to be positionally very solid.
Yeah, certainly. So Nihal is going for exactly what we are saying, yeah. Typical Sicilian structure. He's playing E4. दोस्तों निहाल का D4 square is weak, but in return he's going to develop quickly. And what I'm seeing, Paddu, you're giving the D4 square, but you want to play something like Bishop E3 Rook C1 later on after development. और ये C file पे थोड़ा सा प्रेशर डाल सकते हो आप.
हाँ, बिल्कुल.
And
okay, let's check what opening the other boards have. So SL के game पे, this is let's go from the beginning.
Yeah, Niels. Yeah, there is an interview. I know Jules Moussad is a very he's theoretically always sharp. He's well prepared, and he's a very versatile opponent. I've played against him myself, and it's certainly not easy preparing against him. He's he can play all sorts of positions too, which is not that easy to prepare against.
Yeah. So in SL versus Presenet, we have this position on the board.
Yes.
I think this is called Ragozin, yes, this opening.
Yes, and if I'm not wrong, SL likes this opening. So
Yeah.
he's confident in such structures in general and is also well prepared. So I think, okay, after bishop e2, so what? Black has the double bishops. But ये queen pawn opening में ना पद्मिनी, ये c8
हाँ,
bishop का हमेशा प्रॉब्लम ही रहता है बहुत लाइंस में. So
तो इसको
white
कहाँ
is,
पे निकालना है?
अभी तो मुझे लगता है कि उसको उधर ही रख दो.
ओके.
It is best placed on c8.
हम्म.
Or maybe a move like rook d8 is in SL's mind. What do you think? Like rook d8, ये बिशप को बचाओ, f8 को लेके आओ अगर व्हाइट अटैक करेगा तो.
So
Because you
this
want to cover.
so b4 bishop is very important, yeah.
I feel so, but there are different ways of approaching Ragozin. It is a very theoretically, what to say, it is a very theoretical and subtle opening. You know, छोटे छोटे ऐसे subtleties होते हैं जो आपको ध्यान में रखने पड़ते हैं when you are playing the Ragozin. So it goes for d into c4. So
Yeah.
guys, अभी ऐसा लग रहा होगा कि SL is going up the center. Maybe उसको वो he wants to play e5 later on. What do you think, Padmini?
Yeah. So I think क्योंकि bishop e2 generally they have this plan, yeah. Bishop e2 एक tempo lose करता है तो dc4 bishop c4 white का एक tempo जाता है, and then they are planning for e5, yeah.
Yes, yeah, that is
So
quite correct. You are
dc4
wasting
castle
time.
it happened, and now maybe a6 bishop d6, a6 bishop c4 bishop d6. What do you think? So a6.
Yeah, it is. So a6. Yeah, there are lots of ideas. I like your move a6 because like after bishop c4, bishop d6.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like you have this plan of playing e5 and also your a6 move. It stops white's knight b5 ideas always. And
so
yeah,
d6 bishop is safe on like the bishop is safe on d6.
Yeah, white has knight e4 sometimes and attacking this bishop, but you know, you want to what to say, a6 also gives this idea of playing b5 stuff sometimes. You know, ये bishop और queen दोनों को एक साथ attack करेंगे, तो it is certainly a useful move.
Yes, true. So chat, would you like to predict the match score today while we are watching all the openings? What's come now? अभी थोड़ा हम सबको आइडिया है ऑलरेडी कि सब बोर्ड्स पे क्या हो रहा है. Is okay. So this we have got this position. So Tigran Gharamian versus Sasikiran also has started with c4.
Wow, certainly seems like a theme today.
Yes. तो दोनों इंडियन टीम और फ्रेंच टीम ने c4 प्रिपेयर किया है.
Yes, सारी रात बैठ के रटका है सब इंग्लिश ओपनिंग.
So, but this has transposed to some kind of a d4 opening, yeah.
Yeah, this is very much like some Queen's Gambit declined. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very classical position. This structure, okay, with a6 pawn also, it's called Carlsbad structure. Yeah, Paddu, like this.
Okay.
The structure of black. So what white wants in future is to, you know, ऐसा लगता है कि माइनर इधर हमारे पॉन कम है क्वीन साइड पे, बट व्हाइट वांट्स टू लेटर ऑन पुश b4, a4, b5 और ये c6 पॉन को थोड़ा सॉफन अप करना है.
So it is black के पास क्वीन साइड पॉन मेजॉरिटी है, but black is white will be the one playing on the queen side, you are saying?
Yeah, because it's much easier for white to advance the pawns there because of this semi-open c file. Yeah, this is a very important theme in this position. This semi-open theme c file. So you'll minority attack. So you'll move c moves like rook c1 or queen c2 in these openings always. इधर pressure डालेंगे वो c file पे in the future.
Rook c1 and queen c2.
Yeah, Vicky, French playing English, it is a funny thing, of course.
So what is the specialty about? I think तुमको क्या लगता है अगर if white had started with e4, would the French players had replied e6?
I don't know. That would have been funnier, but if I'm not wrong, French players love playing Najdorf, which is they don't love playing French. They love playing these sharp lines with Najdorf. So and Maxime Vacher-Lagrave, as we know, guys, he's one of the renowned experts in Najdorf. So although he's white today, so it doesn't matter.
So let's see what has the updates in Vidit versus MVL. So we have had some updates here.
Yes. So we left it after this c4 e5 only, right?
Yeah.
Or
so
actually, we left it at c4 itself. Yeah. So g3 played by MVL. So Vidit is taking over the center. This is a theme in English openings. You want to take the center as black, and white has a lot of play in return. So it is a classical Sicilian imbalance.
Okay.
H6.
मेरा सब boards I'm like changing a lot. Bear with me a little bit.
No worries.
Yeah. So yeah, you were saying about this question, yeah?
Yeah. So yeah, so white has this beautiful g2 English bishop, but black has the center in return. And you know, black will try to play moves like bishop d6 or bishop c5, castles. You know, फटाफट development complete करो, consolidate करो, and claim that because of this center, I am doing fine here. What do you think, Padu?
Yeah, I also agree with you. And like this is like a reverse dragon. One game we have like a reversed, maybe a Najdorf browser Sicilian, and I feel this is like a reversed dragon. What do you think?
Yeah, that is an interesting analogy. Although, yeah, actually, it's something like dragon. You know, a dragon, accelerated dragon, one of those kind of structures. H6 a very interesting choice. Yeah, Padmini, like probably, you know, Vidit is looking in the future. He's saying white will want to play d3 and bishop g5. And maybe Vidit doesn't want to allow that idea.
Yeah. So do you think with h6 they want to play bishop g4, queen d7, any long castle ideas, or it is too risky because queen side will be weak?
It is certainly risky, but it is an idea, of course. I don't know how that would pan out, but it is an idea in these positions too, like bishop g4 or bishop f5, queen d7, long castle, and like you said, play it like the dragon.
Yeah, but I like you said earlier, I think probably the idea with short castle is better.
Yeah, that is the classical way of playing these openings, I guess, playing with bishop c5 or bishop d6, short castles, and you know, play it like this. Simply, the main thing for black is to consolidate, because you know white का ये bishop है, white भी develop करेगा. Again, the same themes, Padmini. White will want to bring his rook to c1 in the future.
Which bishop? So MVL played e3. So what is this move, Abhi? d4 and open up the center before black develops.
Yeah, maybe what MVL is thinking, like you are not very fast with development with h6, so he's thinking that okay, I want to go for it, and that's why maybe, like you said, e3 and d4 is the idea here.
So yeah, so MVL is trying to open up the center क्योंकि black के pieces अभी भी इतने develop नहीं हुए हैं.
Yeah, that is true.
But black just needs to do two moves, yeah, bishop d6 and castle.
Yeah, but the problem is bishop d6, so I will immediately play d4. And दो ही मूव चाहिए, पर इतने easy नहीं है वो इतना फिर भी.
So let's say we go bishop d6, d4, and we castle. Do you
Yeah,
think
this
white
is
will go d5 and e4?
yeah, that is a possibility, certainly.
Mhm.
Maybe even ideas like knight b5 are sometimes possible. Uh, there are a lot of ideas here, but uh, I really don't know. But maybe what you're saying is making sense now, yeah, Padmini, because here white wants to take d into e5, but after d e5, knight e5, I don't really see how white is say claiming anything.
Yeah. And what about, let's say, knight b5? So castle, knight b5. Let's say we develop our bishop to, can we go to e6? No, bishop e6 and d5 is there, yeah?
Yeah, it is. You have to be careful about that. Maybe bishop f5 or bishop
Yeah.
g4, but yeah, bishop
So
f5
bishop
looks.
f5 also I was worried about d5 क्योंकि bishop e5 मारेंगे तो knight e5 मार देगा और knight e5 पे वो knight d6 एक move include करेगा.
Yeah, that is
And
true.
this
But maybe there is even an idea of playing bishop into e5 in this position instead of knight into e5.
bishop into e5.
Instead of
So
knight
knight
into
e.
e5.
Mhm.
And you're saying that I want to give this two bishops, but the light squares around your king side are not that great. So they are quite
Correct.
weak. So that's why. And I also have ideas like bishop d3 now. So it is possible, certainly.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
Soumya in the chat, how is bishop e6 queen d7 bishop h3 idea? Yeah, Soumya, we would love to see that. It is certainly very spicy. Uh, but I don't know how bishop e6 might run into d4 now, and I'm not really
Yeah,
sure if
maybe I think she is recommending later.
uh,
So
yeah.
e3 and yeah, I think we have to, black has to play bishop d6 and castle first. And we are seeing that Vidit is thinking. Let's look at Nihal's game.
Wow.
On the
So
second board.
knight
This is
a4.
like a proper Sicilian, I feel.
Yeah, truly. So knight a4. But Padu. So you know what Nihal is wanting now? He's trying to make ask black what you're going to do just to make a decision. Because if black takes on e3, it might seem like we're doubling our pawns with f into e3. But ये जो d4 का weak square है, जो outpost है, वो हमने अभी cover कर लिया है.
Okay.
And also our the f file is open for a rook. So I quite like this bishop e3, fe3 positions myself. So
yeah, but what about this double pawn? Won't that be a problem? Let's say queen e7, rook c1, yeah, so that knight c5 can come.
yeah. And
yeah,
it is. I would say it's maybe like between even or slightly better for white. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And okay, Jules Mossad has played knight d4.
Interesting. So okay, now Padu, I'm really interested what happens after knight into b6. Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
even I was thinking.
if you just take a into b6, you can probably take knight into d4. And yeah, अभी ये square black के लिए accessible नहीं है because he has to take with the pawn. And after bishop d2, yeah, true. And I can start pushing on the king side with f4.
4, f5, maybe g4, yeah? Or this is too much. So generally, when you are going to push pawns on the king side, what do you think? Like, what, क्या सब factors को तुम consideration पे लेते हो?
So, okay, for example, in this position, I feel f4, f5 is more sensible because it restricts this c8 bishop. And
That's
I really
true.
want to restrict this bishop completely. And then I can, go after this g7 pawn. ये always थोड़ा weak रहेगा. So you have to, I guess, look for positional idea. I mean, attack लोगों को लगता है कि you're throwing your pieces at your opponent. ये ऐसा नहीं होता. You have to look at the positional elements while you're attacking too.
So like a white has two bishops and this is like a double pawn.
Yeah.
So in the game, knight b6 was happened actually. So do you think some knight e2 or
Yeah, I
knight
feel
e2 capturing the bishop maybe, yeah?
yeah, I feel knight e2 or knight f3, one of them will happen. Like queen e2, a into b6,
Mm-hmm.
and so
c5 is a threat, I think.
yeah, that's why I'm thinking of playing b4 in this position because c5 is sort of it's making my d3 pawn a backward pawn. Backward pawns are you have to keep defending those pawns, so it's not a great thing. So b4 I feel is a good idea here.
Yeah, in the game, Yules took knight f3, bishop f3, a b6. He gave opponent the two bishops. So Nihal has
Interesting.
two bishops, and maybe Nihal will stop this c5 idea now with b4, like we were discussing.
Yeah. So, and Padmini, I feel like whenever you get this d4 break, since we have two bishops and we are opening the position, it is always going to be good for white.
पर उसके पहले हमको ये e4 pawn को थोड़ा support देना होगा, right?
True. You have to prepare for it.
So
Certainly.
how should we prepare? So b4 we have to play. Let's say वो क्या करेगा? Bishop d7, yeah?
Okay, bishop e7. Okay, I can even play one more rook e1 and then play d4. इसको support करेंगे e4 pawn को.
तो इसीलिए मैंने bd7 खेला था ताकि मैं bishop c6 जाऊंगी तो d4 I'll also have a attack on e4.
That's a cheeky idea.
I saw your idea. So like I heard your idea. So queen c2 or is it too slow?
Yeah, queen c2 is possible. I'm also looking at ideas like a4 here, which is possible. So yeah, but queen c2 also makes sense. There are a lot of ways and all of them are justified in their own way.
Yeah,
So,
A4 is good, I think, because then we'll go B5 and then D4.
Yeah, I want to kick your bishop.
Yeah,
the menacing bishop.
And after B5, should white go A5?
Yeah, A5 seems like a good move, right, Paddu? Like ये हमारा जो A3 का पॉन था एक टाइम पे ऐसा वीक पॉन लग रहा था पर अभी देखो कितना आगे गया.
Yeah, it is like it might be a dangerous pass pawn later अगर हमको रुक C1 और रुक C6 भी मिल जाता है तो.
True.
Yeah.
So, do you
So
want?
we are still on this question. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you want to look at SL and Fressine's game?
Yeah, let's go to SL and Fressinet. We are. So yeah, the game has developed a lot. Black, जैसा हम plan कर रहे थे, Black has gone for this E5 idea. So we stopped at castle position, I think. No, we stopped much before.
Yeah. We stopped after castles around here. Yeah, DC4 and.
Yeah. Okay, so SL played bishop D7, immediately developing. Bishop C4, bishop D6, knight. Okay, knight E4 move was always there. Queen E7, queen D1. Getting out of the pin.
Yeah, and
E5, D5, knight B8. Queen B3. हमारा B7 pawn को भी अटैक कर रहा है. Bishop F5, knight D6, CD6. C file is open. Bishop B5. So this is the current position on the board. And SL has 35 minutes versus Presinet's 38 minutes.
Yeah. So what white has, because of this d5 pawn, white has some space on the queen side and he wants to create some threats, especially since ये black का knight अभी तक develop नहीं हुआ. And where do you want to develop this knight, Padmini? Because knight d7, I feel like you always have to see rook c7. It is a very annoying idea. So do you develop it to a6?
Yeah, I think knight a6 is a better way to go to c5. फिर हम rook c7 ideas भी stop कर रहे हैं.
Yeah, Rohan. So Paddu is just Padmini's nickname. So just a normal way, like we are friends and we generally call each other weird nicknames. So it's just a very normal nickname, which I thought was appropriate on the stream. So
Yeah, it's very funny because sometimes I think once we become friends, it's fine to call me Paddu, but sometimes like really absolute strangers will call me Paddu, and I find it a little weird.
but it is a, it's sort of an affectionate way of saying your name. Yeah. So it is nice in
Yeah,
a way.
that's true. But I actually like my name Padmini, and nowadays, like we are always meeting. We are meeting friends, and just everyone is always calling me Paddu. So
Right. Interesting. So next time I'll meet you, I'll call you Padmini.
yeah, sure. Why not? So bishop b5, and okay, let's take out the arrows.
So we
Yeah,
are
knight
seeing the
a6. We are planning. Yeah,
so we are seeing the player camps, Padmi. Look at our guys.
yeah.
SL, Nihal, and Sashi. Laser focused.
Complete focus.
Look at Nihal. Nihal is like a mix of both. Yeah, he's like focused and then just stretching, yawning.
Yeah. So, do you feel our team is very focused on the individual boards, our boards, but I saw the French team keeping an eye on the other boards. Or what do you think? Team events में कैसा, like during the Olympiad, what you guys used to do? Like, would you see
I,
other boards or just focus on your own board?
I feel if it's better, especially in the initial parts of the game, to not focus on your teammates boards. But yeah, थोड़ा सा focus जाता ही है उधर, because you want to see how your teammates are doing, of course. उनके गेम में क्या हो रहा है.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
so
all our teammates are very focused.
yes, they are laser focused. Yeah,
Yeah.
SL's lucky shirt. I don't know. It might be.
Yeah, I want to just interrupt Abhi you. So guys,
Yeah.
I don't know if in the previously it has been mentioned or not. SL and Abhi are BFFs. So any kind of secrets you want to ask Abhi about SL, he will know everything. So
His more
probably Abhi knows if it's SL's lucky shot or not also.
no, we are okay. It's more like a love-hate relationship between us. So it's difficult to say really. Let's not go there.
Yeah, our commentator is not being very diplomatically correct, but yeah, okay. But okay, I think I have seen both of them, and Abhi says it, they say to each other that they have a love-hate relationship, which is very cool, and I find it very impressive how you are always encouraging each other and also pulling each other's leg.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But it is always like
So,
this, yeah, between chess
yeah.
players.
That's true. So Presin, SL has gone knight a6, bishop a6, rook a6 has happened. And now there is a bishop versus knight.
Yeah. And
But I think Presinate is saying, okay, white has the c file. And will black be able to take advantage of the fact that he has the bishop?
yeah, but I feel like white, like you said, has the c file, and this b7, a5 pawns and this rook are not that great. Rook on a6 is not very well placed. So I feel like this is a slightly better position for white. But of course, it is just a game. If black manages to defend all these things, coordinate all the pieces and defend his b7, a5 pawns, then yeah, this is a very normal position for black too.
Yeah, so maybe black will want to go if black has time and rook c8, yeah? But it's a slow plan.
Yeah, I feel with rook on a6, you need to bring this rook back first and then play rook c8, so that your rooks are connected before.
Yeah. So what will white play now? How is white strategy going to be? Immediate rook c3 and rook c1, or some a4 inclusions?
Yeah,
like
maybe even a move like knight d2, rook c3, like you said, makes sense.
this.
Yeah, I really don't know. I feel like knight d2 is something which is more likely because this knight can come to c4 and sometimes create some threats against this a5 pawn, so or d6 pawn. So yeah, I feel like both moves are quite possible right now.
Yeah.
But there we see our boy S L Narayanan. Look at him, he's so
Yeah.
focused. Yeah, so Niels is saying he wore this yesterday also. Yeah, it's quite possible it's his lucky shirt. So as players, we always have this lucky clothes. Yeah, Padmini.
Do you have any such thing, lucky? Yeah, I think I sometimes do this. I will wear. You do not change the winning things. So if a shirt is winning, I'll probably keep on wearing it. What about you, Abhi?
Yeah, same. Also, I have a lucky pen, but
Mhm.
recently in Asian
Yeah,
Continental, they didn't allow us to bring our own pens for as a fair play measure. So I couldn't bring my lucky pen, which was sad. But
yeah. So
yeah, but
nowadays, in tournaments, pens are not allowed, watches are not allowed. Yeah, you just basically go yourself. You don't
yeah,
carry anything.
true. So Paddu, do you want to look Padmini? Sorry, do you want to quickly look at Vidit's game?
Yeah, let's go to Vidit's game. So the game has moved on. E3 bishop d6 like we predicted, d4, and Vidit has taken on d4, giving opponent. Oh, I think ed4 would have been an isolated queen pawn. So MVL took knight d4, knight d4, queen e7. Okay,
Yeah, so
and b3.
now b3, interesting.
Yeah. So bishop is going to come to b2.
Yeah, so white will have this very like this beautiful bishops on g2 and b2. But black also has this idea of playing short castles and bishop e5. I like such, I like to kick my opponent always. Not in the literal sense, but like to kick my opponent's queen and just to it feels good, yes. But just to give a normal threat.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I
And
feel I how do you assess this position? मुझे लगता है equal है.
yeah, it should be equal. So in these positions, white's plan is to advance this f and e pawns in the future, like f4, e4, e5. But it doesn't seem very easy from this
Yeah.
position. White has to prepare a lot for it. So there is a lot of time. So
So
yeah, I would. Yeah, it's probably
yeah, the
around
game
equal.
progressed and game पे b3 bishop e5 queen d3 castle bishop b2 हो गया already. Yeah,
Wow.
so like you said, f4 e4 e5 white will be planning to do this, yeah, but it's not easy.
Yeah, it certainly. Yeah, it won't be easy. With it will create some threats. Like I'm looking now, he can play rook d8. Yeah.
Yeah, he has played rook d8 already. So I think queen c2 c6 also happened. So we are seeing that जब players के moves forced है, they're making those moves pretty quickly, right?
Yeah,
Like rook
because
d8 was the attacking move and queen c2 c6 taking control over d5 and b5 as well.
yeah, because these are all very logical, useful moves. So they probably think that it's better to not waste any time thinking right now and just make the moves quickly.
Yeah, and both the players have a very balanced clock time.
Yeah.
And white will be having the kingside pawn expansion plans and immediate f4 आ रहा है क्या?
You always have to be a bit careful about
Careful about.
bishop. Padmini has so beautiful idea. So f4, can
Yes.
you show? Yeah. Can you play
Yeah.
bishop f5 here?
What is bishop f5? Queen f5?
And now I take bishop into c3. The point is, if you take back, I can take queen e3 check and then collect your bishop with an extra pawn to boot. So
Oh, yeah, this is nice. Extra pawn. So c6
yeah, so
in the game, MVL played h3.
yeah, so He probably just, preparing
Yeah.
for this quick kingside expansion plan. H3 is creating a lift, and it's generally a very useful move in
Do
such
you think
positions.
he will play G4 to stop your idea of bishop F5 tricks?
I
Maybe, yeah.
don't, I think it's, yeah, G4. I don't know if it goes in this position,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe it's possible, like nowadays we see all sorts of weird G4, H4 ideas. So,
And also F4 के बाद, so let's say H3, black has to do something now. Yeah, so actually H3 is also a good waiting move, I think.
mhm. Yeah, you probably want to see what black wants to do. So,
Yeah.
what do you play as Vidit here?
So I feel F4, bishop F5, E4, bishop D4 check, king H2 will be there because bishop C3, queen C3, bishop. So let's say, what do I play? Yeah, okay, it's a good question. Let's say I start with A5. I feel it's a weakening move, but I want to see what white wants to do also.
Interesting. So, yeah, I don't know really. Like you can play rook D1 or rook E1. Both those moves look pretty logical. Although as black, you're probably happy if you exchange one pair of rooks.
Yeah. I don't know. My A8 rook is has still not come outside. So no, okay, let's think a little bit.
Maybe bishop E6, a simple
Yeah, bishop
developing
E6.
move.
So that F4, maybe we can take bishop C3. Can we take?
We can still play bishop F5, yeah, this cheapo. The point is
No.
I'm attacking the queen. So yeah, okay. And if you take, again, I have this idea of, yeah, E4 I thought runs into bishop into C3.
So this I was thinking, queen C3.
Yeah, bishop
Let's
E4,
say
you
you
want rook
take.
E1.
Yeah.
Wow. And
So my idea is that I'm keeping a eye on
yeah,
this square and mate.
yeah, true. Maybe I need to play one move, bishop H7 or something. But I mean, bishop D4 check. And can you please go back?
Yeah.
Yeah, E4, bishop D4 check. And then maybe just play one move, bishop H7.
What do you think about the move F5? Yeah, Vidit has played bishop E6, in fact.
Yeah, these sort of positions, you're giving me the E5 square. So I always also have this H5 ideas.
H5. Let's say bishop H7, F5. Here H5 because you have the E5 square, yeah?
Yeah, I'm looking that this G3 pawn is slightly soft, and I can create some weaknesses around the dark squares around the white kings. So
yeah. And what do you think about my plan? Let's say bishop E6, F4 if I take on C3.
if I take queen C3, you want bishop D. No, what do you want?
Yes. Yeah, I want bishop D5.
But again,
E4 same.
E4.
Oh, E4 it's the same thing, yeah. So
You can't
cannot do
take
it.
knight into E4, guys, because of queen into G7 mate. ये बिशप और
Yeah.
क्वीन बहुत ही डेंजरस है, इन्होंने बैटरी लगा के रखी है.
Yeah, so this was the sneaky idea which I had. Yeah, so knight E4 is not possible because of this mate. And bishop E6. So F4 को क्या कर सकते हैं? Bishop C7? What do you think of bishop C7?
Yeah, but then again, I get my pawns rolling with E4, yeah? And yeah, I'm not a big fan of this personally because I feel like maybe it's fine. Like computer says it's fine, but Padmini, I'm always scared of this pawns just going forward and forward.
Yeah, it is indeed scary because this king will have to be covered and F5 तो नहीं आ रहा पर some E5 ideas and later F5 I feel might be a little dangerous, but we'll see how Vidit handles it. And let's check the other games. Let's say Sasikiran versus Tigran Bharamian's game.
So guys, a very interesting question. Why do the pawns roll and knights jump? Why do they do that, Padmini?
Why do the pawns roll and the knights jump? I don't know. Why? Oh, let the chat guess, probably.
Yes, let the chat guess.
Yeah. So in the meantime, we'll see what has happened in this game. So bishop h4, rook e8, h3, knight f8, castle. A very logical play. b5.
Yep.
What do you say about b5? And b5 and king h1 has been played.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So king h1, yeah, that is quite a waiting.
Yeah, and king h1, is it like getting out of any sort of diagonal problems? And f3, e4 later, yeah. Not right now because e3 will be hanging. So white has to do some more preparatory moves before making this plan. What do you think?
Yeah. So f3, e4 is a plan, definitely, to expand in the center, and it can cause black quite some problems. But you have to prepare a lot for it. अभी तो f3 खेला तो e3 pawn मर जाएगा बेचारा. So yeah, it's not so easy. You have to defend this and then get the pawns rolling, as the question was there. Why do the pawns roll?
Black played rook a7. Yeah, so the question was, why do the pawns roll and knights jump? So has anyone answered in the chat already?
Nairanjit is saying pawn is rolled only. No, okay. Not okay, that's a good one. Yeah, that's an answer. Yeah, Padmini. Pawn is rolled.
Ah, yeah, that's funny. And but तुमको क्या लगता है? तुम ये question किसी को भी पूछोगे, can they answer, or only Indians can answer this?
No, you can. Anyone can answer. Why only Indians?
But pawn is this
a very Indian thing.
It is an Indian thing, yeah.
No, it is a very good answer, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a nice one. You have a different answer, or?
I don't have an answer because.
Okay.
Okay, knights are not stable. Oh, that's a great one, actually. Wow. Some guys are on fire in the chat.
Yeah. So I think we'll be giving out diamond memberships today. And Nairanjit gets one diamond membership. Congratulations to him.
Wow, great. Nairanjit, who would have thought that a bad joke can get you so far?
No, that's a nice joke, actually. And we all love PJs. And Abhi is the biggest example. He just does PJ all the time. And yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
So rook a7 has happened, and black is thinking in this position.
Wow, this is so deep. Yeah, rook a7. Black probably wants to play a move like bishop c8 and rook. I don't know. He just wants his rook. He probably thinks rook is better placed on a7 for some reason.
So black played d5 to bring the rook to the king side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite a deep positional plan.
Yeah. And Sasikiran has played knight b1. Where are the pieces headed? Oh, knight d2, knight b3, knight c5. This is what I see.
Yeah, this is a very nice outpost on c5, and yeah, like you said, knight. This is a very interesting plan. to bring the knight to c5 and cause black all sorts of problems.
So knight b1, do you think knight d2 आने के बाद e4 is a plan?
I feel e4, in such positions, it looks very tempting, but it results in the IQP position और इतना हर बार मिलेगा क्या नहीं ये पता नहीं रहता. Sometimes it can just result in you getting an IQP on d4. The e4 option is always there for white, so white can just slowly prepare and try to get it in such positions, I feel.
Okay.
Oh, Rohan, thanks for this compliment. He said, I like your dance with Arjun.
Yeah, that's a great dance.
That's a great dance.
I think if after India wins the World Team Championship, there will be a Abhi dance. So everyone should like this stream to encourage Abhi to do it. What say?
Yeah, guys, I will be very mad. I will be very upset. I won't dance. I will just be very sad. So please
you do it after India wins. You do the dance. That will be the celebration dance.
Yes, I will do it. If and when India wins, I will do it.
Yeah, and everyone please like and encourage Abhi to do it. So at the end of the tournament, we'll watch. We'll watch a live of what of the Abhi and Arjun का dance का एक live version हम देखेंगे.
Yeah, that hopefully it won't be as crazy as that one, but okay. Padmini, do you want to look at Vidit's game?
Yeah, let's go. So Abhi wants to change to an important topic, which is let's go to Vidit's game.
I don't want my very bad dancing skills to be in focus.
Yeah, so bishop e6, f4. Wow, we predicted these moves. Bishop f5. Bishop f5 is a nice move. And Vidit also played it. Queen c1 was played. And it's Vidit is thinking. What do you think? Bishop into c3 or not? Bishop c3, queen c3, bishop e4 we have now.
Yeah, it looks like a tempting possibility to claim this e4 square. Actually, bishop c3, queen c3 is rook d3 a possibility. I want to go after this e3 pawn.
E3 pawn.
But you have queen e5.
Yeah, queen e5 is an annoying move.
Because the problem is, guys, if you take queen into e5, f into e5, और हमारा बिशप और नाइट दोनों अटैक में आ जाएंगे.
ये एक रुक से अटैक्ड है और एक पॉन से अटैक्ड है, and we can't save both. So rook d3, queen e5 is indeed very annoying. So we can't play rook d3 here, I think.
No, but rook d3, queen e5, can I play queen d7? एक मुंह सिर्फ हटा लेते हैं क्वीन, because I am seeing that rook is coming to e8. हम क्वीन को लात मारेंगे. h3 pawn is attacked. You know, your rooks are very well placed. Your pieces are active. मुझे तो ये पोजीशन बहुत पसंद आ रही है ब्लैक के लिए.
तो ब्लैक क्या करेगा? अभी h3 भी अटैक्ड है, rook e8 भी आ रहा है. It feels trouble. So let's say g4 करना पड़ेगा.
Yeah. Now I feel like there should be something spicy, yeah.
Also, I think we can play bishop e4. Can we play bishop e4, bishop this? Or it's too much? I don't know.
Wow.
But maybe he can take this, right?
Yeah, and rook e5, f e5 and...
Yeah, so with this game, we have updates and bishop f5, queen c1, bishop c3, queen c3, bishop e4 has happened in the game. Black did not play rook d3.
Yeah, he just claimed the e4 square.
Yeah, so we black claimed the e4 square and light square पे problem आने वाला है king को.
Actually, I quite like this position for black. Yeah,
Yeah.
like white has this very good battery with the queen on c3 and bishop on b2, targeting the king always. But
So
positionally,
this is a battery, guys. Queen ke piche bishop, and they're looking at something and pinning a knight, for example, here.
wow. So
Yeah, Abhi, you were saying something. I interrupted you. So bishop.
no, it's fine.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, bishop e4. Yeah, it
Hmm.
looks great simply because positionally, yeah, h3, g3 pawns, f4, e3 pawns, they always look slightly loose. Yeah, Padmini.
Yeah.
We can always
Yeah.
try to
क्यों?
attack him.
और ये स्क्वायर भी काफी वीक है, सो इट्स लुक्स वेरी वेरी अनकंफर्टेबल फॉर वाइट, क्योंकि वाइट को चाहिए था e4 e5 वो करेगा, एंड वाइट हैजंट गॉट इट, सो दिस
अभी वो तो
बिशप
नहीं मिलेगा.
won't be very happy.
Yeah, and Padmini, Vidit has a lead. He has 3-2 score against MVL, Maxim Vacher in his lifetime. So he's also probably in a good psychological shape, considering he has a positive result against such a strong player.
So rook ad1 happened, and bishop g2, king g2, queen e4 check has happened on the board.
Wow. And wow, this actually looks like a lot of trouble for white, yeah?
Yeah. So you were saying Vidit has a good score against MPL, yeah?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah, so
3
that
to 2
ought to
score.
put pressure. Oh, that ought to put pressure on MPL. And also the position now, black has got a very comfortable position, and white, being white, will not be happy with this outcome of the opening.
Absolutely. Yeah, this seems like an English gone wrong.
Yeah. So queen e4, king h2 पे जाएगा ना? King h2 or king f2? और king f2
King
is a very
H.
dangerous square, I think. Knight e4 check का हमेशा problem रहेगा.
Yeah,
So king
King
h2.
H2 seems logical.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I can play so many moves here, Padmini. So many moves. I can play rook e8. I can take rook d1 and then play rook e8. I have always this rook d1, queen f3 ideas going after your king. So, itne ideas hai. This looks, Vidit is basically spoiled for choice here.
Hmm. So let's say something like this. Yeah. So
Yeah.
e3 is attacked. Yeah, I think this is like a great position for black. Let's say rook e1, queen f3. And black has queen f2 ideas. g3 will be threatened. Queen d2 को हम knight e4 भी खेल सकते हैं. Queen d4, what do you think? Oh, queen f2 check is there. But अगर वो नहीं भी होता तो I think f6 is a move.
You can
Like we
take queen
have this.
g3. This is.
Yeah, this is also there. But I'm saying in case both the moves were not there. So
Yeah.
something like f6 and black has a very good position.
Yeah, just
So king
everything.
h2, rook d1 has happened in the game. It's becoming a very exciting game, and black, I really like black here.
Yeah, Nashik ka homework with it. Yeah, he's striking again. Again, yesterday he showed why he's the captain of he led the team from the front, and today again he's that too against such a classy player like MVL with black. He's having an absolutely fantastic position.
Yeah.
So
and on the first board, players will be seeing that black is doing better. I think this will put some pressure on the other boards as well. So rook d1, queen f3 happened.
yeah, and Padmini, with this 2 out of 2 in this tournament with black, and he has also beaten Shakhriyar Mamadar, a very an elite level player, a very tough and dangerous opponent. So Vidit certainly seems very, very comfortable with black.
Yeah. And now black has this knight e4, queen g3, queen f2, queen e2, all these ideas after white defends this rook with the queen.
Yeah, this seems like trouble simply.
Yeah.
So, do you want to quickly look at Nihal's game while we're at it?
Yeah, let's go to Nihal's game, because that was another interesting, and the game has progressed. A4, queen d6, queen c2. Black did not go c5 like we wanted, but bishop e6, b4. Queen b4 cannot be taken क्योंकि queen c7 मर रहा है. This queen is protecting. So knight d7, rook f b1, rook b8, queen c3, c5
Wow.
has happened on the board.
Very interesting play here by both sides. One side going rook f1, the other side going rook f8. ये rooks यहाँ क्या कर रहे हैं? So both of them are anticipating the capture which will happen like after b into c5, b into c5. White wanted to attack this b7 pawn, so black simply protected it with rook f8.
Oops.
So
no, not
oops,
rook
you don't
b7.
want to do that.
Yeah, so black played rook b8 in anticipation of bc5 and protecting b7. So, but
Yeah.
queen c3, c5 has happened on the board.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps, yeah, so c5, and what now?
So, one idea, okay, I generally don't like to take on c5, b into c5, because I feel like I'm undoubling the black pawns. So this b5, but a5, yeah, this is a great. And you know what idea I'm seeing here, Padmini? To read out this f3 bishop, which is not doing much, to play bishop d1 and bishop a4. And try to make it useful in this way.
Yeah, because here bishop doesn't have any where to go because his e4 pawn is blocking. But this is a good idea. That's true. And do you think white will exchange the bishop on b3 with this c6 bishop or not?
I don't want to give my double bishops.
Yeah, so white wants to keep both the bishops.
I feel so.
And also this knight cannot move because c5 is a weakness.
Yeah, so black is tied to this b7 and c5 weaknesses always. And this is a very, Nihal-esque position. He loves such positions, yeah, like some pressure, slowly maneuvering, trying to get to your opponent. This is a very Nihal kind of position, yeah?
Yeah. So on this board also, we think that white is better. Yeah, we agree on it.
Yeah. Padmini, by the way, Vidit's, apparently the bar likes Vidit's game more and more as we are talking.
Let's check it. Yeah, the bar has gone crazy about Vidit's game.
Guys, Vidit played knight e4 after white played queen e1 in this position. So queen g7 is not possible, and wow, look at this queen and knight.
So there is a threat, I think. Or it's not. No, there is no threat. I was actually making a blunder, but I was thinking if knight g3 was possible, but queen g3 and black first has to defend this mate. So queen e1, knight e4, and yeah. So how does white play now? Maybe rook d7.
No idea. This seems horrible. Simply.
How about this move, rook d8?
Yeah, exactly. I don't even care about this queenside pawns. I'll just go for your king. And taking on b7 seems like a very, very big mistake always, yeah?
Yeah. So knight f2 or knight c5? Knight c5
yeah,
maybe.
Somewhere, and basically your...
No, knight c5 maybe will run into queen c3.
Even you can probably play rook d8 here, yeah, Padmini?
Rook d8, yeah, rook d8 is a wonderful move because we have rook d2, rook d1, and if bishop d4, black has c5.
Again, we kick it.
Yeah. Yeah, rook d8 is a winning move. Rook d8 is the winning move. So knight e4, white is thinking And Vidit is also ahead on the clock. So
You know,
this
Padmini,
is confirms our assessment. Yeah.
when you look at Vidit, it will seem
Hmm.
like it's very intense and, like the position is very complicated. But about these top players, I wanted to share one thing. If they smell blood, if they see that they have very good positions, they'll put all their focus, all the intensity into the game. They will not roam around. They will not, just be casual about it. They'll put their all of their focus, try to calculate everything and then get through the game in the most efficient manner possible. So with it here is trying to see what is the best way to continue and try to finish this game off with black.
Yeah. And MPL has played b4, probably now intending to go some rook d7 and all.
Yeah.
But black has a huge advantage. Computer also thinks. Somehow, अगर हम ये rook को ला सकते हैं, तो it would be great, yeah. So, do you think something like rook e8 is the move?
Rook 8 seems like the most logical move here. That's the only piece which is not in the game, and you bring it, and
So you'll come rook d7. Or
yeah.
can we play knight f6? Knight f6 को rook d3 जाना पड़ेगा.
But okay, can you take bishop into f6?
No, bishop f6. Oh, bishop f6. I wanted to go this move, but it
By
is
the way,
bad, very bad.
guys,
Because
either rook d8, king h7. Guess the move for white.
yeah, guess the move for white.
It's the only move for white which holds the balance.
Anyone? So, but Vidit has absolute focus and he is trying to find out the winning continuation. I don't know if it's already completely winning, but black definitely has a big advantage. And we can't see Nihal on the board. So, in the
Yes.
meantime, let's have a quick look at Nihal's game. And this question is for the chat to find what to play as white. I hope they'll
Okay,
remember it.
maybe this is a slightly. Oh yes, Akshay, good one, Akshay. Yes, queen b1 is the move. इधर से थोड़ा सा साइड से चेक देना है.
And g6 is not possible because of mate. So queen e4 खेलना पड़ेगा शायद, and it is just equal.
Yeah.
b4, Vidit has played b6.
Wow. Vidit is like having, you know what he's thinking? White literally can't move. How do
Yeah.
you play as white? I'll even play like, very slow idea, like maybe rook c8, c5. आराम से मैं खेलूंगा. What will you do as white? He's just trying to ask this question to MVL.
तो ऐसे जाना है क्या? c5, c4, c3, c2 is yeah. This could be an interesting plan. Vidit might be having.
Why not?
Yeah, yeah. Because this queen is completely tied to g3 and f2 squares on the king side, and black has extra pawn on the queen side. So Vidit is trying to probably create this pass pawn and march forward. So MVL played b5.
Wow. Desperately trying to create some counterplay as white.
Yeah. So do you think c5 or cb5? Just take the pawn.
I just want to take the pawn if it's possible. Seems like a free pawn, yeah? Don't really see the point, to be honest. Maybe he just wanted to open some lines, to get something in.
Yeah,
for
maybe
white.
he wanted rook c1, let's say, and rook d8 he wants to block the rook's entrance.
Yeah. By the way, Prithviraj, good one. Queen b1 is the correct move there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you said, yeah, that might be the point. He wants to. The c5 is always kicking the bishop away. So he's playing b5. So if you take c into b5, you can play bishop d4, and at least it won't be possible to kick this bishop away.
And do you think c5 is a move? Because I really want to see if c5, c4, c3, c2 is an idea.
Yeah, it is a move, definitely. It is a move, and MVL can't move, so
trying to queen the pawn. Yeah, it'll be exciting to see with its next move, because b5 is a free pawn, and I think both moves are good, c5 and b5. We'll see what Vidit chooses. What do you think Vidit will choose?
I feel like it is more sensible, practically speaking, to take c into b5. But c5, like you said, after c5, I really don't see a way for white to play even. Like, it's very difficult to make moves.
Yeah. What does the chat think Vidit will move? c5, b5, or some other move?
Oh, yeah, even rook c8, like Sanket and Ravi are suggesting in the chat.
Yeah, rook c8 is also rook c8 actually I also like, because
and
after
VD has gone for rook c8, or oh, sorry, you moved it.
It's I moved it. Yeah, rook c8 I like. It's a good idea. Keeping both the c5 and cb5 ideas open.
Yeah.
And bc6 will run into rook c6, and rook c1 I don't think is possible.
You can always play rook d6, I guess. And
rook
exchange
d6, bishop d4
checkmate.
I don't like actually. But okay, let's say if we play rook c1, bishop c1, और अभी ये queen side passes को कौन कैसे बचाएगा white?
It is true, but I feel like you can get more with black somehow.
So rook c1 we don't exchange. Yeah. Do you think rook g6 is the move? So that g4 ko, let's say knight f2.
Oh yeah, this looks very dangerous.
Queen f1 ko, knight g4. No, knight g4. Knight g4 is very risky, but can we sacrifice? Or queen into e3 just?
Yeah, no, queen into e3 also makes sense. Black is having a lot of choice here.
Yeah, cb5.
Took c into b5. MVL went rook c1 immediately. And probably even, you don't even need to play anything as such. You can just even start pushing this a5, b4.
Yeah.
And start rolling on the queen side.
And rook is already on the a file, so it will support the pawn advances. So
PD is in great shape. Yeah. Is taking home a lot of crucial points for the team. That too with black, which is never easy.
That's true. And I think MVL is trying to put a little pressure through time, but Vidit will, I'm sure, calculate everything, and इतना like black के white के पास इतना counter play भी नहीं है, क्योंकि this queen is completely stuck, and this queen and knight are stuck attacking, whereas this queen is stuck defending.
Yeah, true. That's a good way to put it.
So rook d8, VD has played rook d8.
Yeah, VD, bishop d4, I guess VD has something in mind, yeah?
Yeah, we can...
Do you think he wants to be funky and play something like rook d5, rook h5, or is that too much?
Rook d5, rook h5, what's our idea? Knight f2?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very interesting idea actually. Bishop d4 has happened. We can see on the video and on the board now. Yeah, so rook lifts are always very interesting and should be taken into consideration.
Yeah, Presine looking at his teammates' game.
Yeah.
Like, just glancing a bit and then looking at his own games.
Yeah, let's see how is his position.
Yeah, let's see SL Presine
Rook
versus
a6.
SL.
So last time we saw the game, we left it here after rook a6. Rook c3, Presine played. Black advanced the
A4.
pawn. Black is playing very active because black has bishop. Queen d6. Now b5 is the plan. And black is going for the d5 pawn. Black is creating counterplay.
Mm-hmm.
So attacking d5. So this is the current position. And what do you think?
Actually, I don't see a
So
way
king
how
f8
white,
is forced, yeah? King
white.
f8 has happened.
Yeah, but how do you defend? You can't defend this d5 pawn, yeah?
There
So
is a slight delay probably. Oh, king f8 has happened, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, d5, white cannot defend. And how does white play here? Maybe rook c7, rook d5, knight c4. So black is the one pressing here.
yeah, I feel like white has to find a way to, somehow bail out, liquidate and bail out. And I feel, yeah, rook c7, rook d5. I don't really see a way because knight c4, as you mentioned, might run into b5.
b5, yeah, b5 is very good because knight
And
doesn't have any good squares. And
and if
also,
you sorry.
yeah, no, I was saying once the knight moves, black will have this check and rook d2 check. And the queenside pawns will fall.
Yes, they will fall, and that won't be great for white. So Fresine having a long think here, probably trying to figure out. I feel like rook c4 should be the way there after rook a5, and after rook d5 maybe play something like knight e4. Although this looks slightly dangerous for white, as maybe you even have this idea of playing rook d1 check, king f2,
b5.
d5. It. Oh yeah, maybe even b5, and yeah.
King
Yeah,
e7.
it's white certainly is the one who has to defend here. So that's a great thing for Indian team.
Yeah. So rook c8 check, king e7 has happened in the game.
And Padmini, if you are
Yes.
if in a team tournament, one player is having like a solid edge and is not risking much, it is a
Yes.
very good thing for our teammates also, because that means that your teammates won't get nervous when your position is very stable and you're just grinding a bit. So that is a very great thing to achieve in team events.
Yeah, that's true. And especially in this match, since we'll go to the white games, but we are already seeing that black is pressing in both the games. Both Vidit and SL are pressing as black, and this will give a lot of confidence to the other players.
True. And do you want to go look at Nihal's game quickly?
Yeah, let's check our white games. So last time we left it here, c5, bc5, bc5, a5. It has happened like we thought.
Wow.
It has exactly happened like we thought would be a good idea. So b6. Now black is trying to
Wow.
get rid of the weakness.
Yeah.
So what do you think white will do?
So, like, they tell in all the chess schools, capture first. So let's try to calculate a into b6.
Yeah.
And I guess you have to take rook into a1. And rook into a1, something like queen b6, yeah, or rook b6.
Yeah, queen b6, I think.
But here bishop a4 is a possibility, and this knight, which is a great defender, it's defending c5 and e5 pawns. Suddenly we are hitting that knight, and yeah, it's not going to be easy.
Queen b4. So in the game, ab6, rook b6, ab6, rook a1, rook a1, rook b6 has happened. Not queen b6, probably because of some bishop a4 ideas.
So,
Black
I
is
feel,
keeping defense on both the pawns. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like Nihal will make a very quiet move. Yeah, the one which he's very good at making like a very quiet move, which the opponent doesn't expect, and just take the opponent by surprise. So we might see a very quiet prophylactic move.
Something like rook c1 with the idea bishop a4. Because now bishop a4 is rook a6 move. Let's say bishop a4.
Yeah, and although we can get a pawn, yeah, you don't want to do that. This will decrease your chances as white to win, I feel.
Or bishop d7.
Yeah, we have opposite color bishop, this will be very difficult for white to win from here.
Yeah.
So maybe instead of here maybe you can, I feel like Nihal will play a move like king h2. It's a very Nihal way of playing. He'll play king h2, he'll play rook a5, then he'll play bishop a4.
But doesn't king h2 come under some kind of diagonal, or it's not important here?
You know, I feel like also king h2 is a smart move in the sense you're sort of provoking f5, and after into f5, it might seem like you have some checks, but in reality, you're just weakening your own king here, because this is just one check. You can defend with a move like king g1, and I feel this king on g8 suddenly can come under trouble in such situations. What do you think,
Yeah,
Padmini?
that's true. Yeah. Yeah, you can call me anything you want, Abhi. So yeah. Yeah, this now the position opens up, and white will be very happy because white has the two bishops. Yeah.
Yeah.
So bishop a4 was played in the game.
Yeah, I feel rook a6 is a possibility here, because otherwise I'm just threatening to take bishop into d7 and take this c5 pawn. With rooks, white has a slight edge. It is, black certainly has drawing chances, but it's not going to be a fun one for black. Let's put it that way, because Nihal will keep grinding for 100 moves.
Yeah, even with the extra pawn, white will be trying. Yeah, if white gets the extra pawn.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, things are actually, Padmini, things are looking very good for the Indian team here. Yeah, overall.
Yeah. Yeah, Vidit is, sorry, Nihal is very calm about his position. And yeah, let's look over at Sasikiran's game. So we had left it along back on a very interesting king h1, rook a7, knight b1 move. Now black played knight e6, knight d2, rook c7, queen b1. White is not worried about the move c5 because this will lead to some isolated queen pawn. So in the game, knight g5 happened, f4, knight e6, knight f3. Bishop e7 was played now.
And what do you have to say about this position, Padmini?
I like white because I feel white's pieces are more active.
I agree with you. The only good thing which black has going on, that this e4 square is quite weak. So, but it's not very, it's one thing to have weaknesses, and another thing, like, how do you exploit this weakness?
Yeah,
exactly.
If opponent is able to occupy it or not.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so we are still somewhere in a unclear position, and but yeah, I think white is better, and you agree too. So we'll see how this game progresses.
Yeah,
Let's check what happened with this game.
Yes, that is the.
So we have advanced into the end game. So
Wow.
b4, rook c2, a5, queen g1, b5, queen g2. White went for queen exchange. Black doesn't mind. Knight c3. And this is the position we have on the board. Black has two very dangerous pass pawns on the queen side.
Yeah, and things are looking very grim for white here, because pass pawn, look at this beautiful pawns, Padmini. B4, B5, A5. You just want to, black doesn't have to even think. Yeah, you just have to keep pushing them. That's the main thing. So
and now bishop c3 is not possible.
Yes, because of rooks.
Not mouse slip.
Mouse slip.
Rook c8. Because of this unpleasant pin.
Yeah, and then you undouble your pawns, and this is just a lost rook endgame after that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So knight c3, white is thinking. And black has a very good advantage. So what do you think? Let's say white plays something like king f3. Rook c8.
Yeah, rook c8 is a good suggestion. You just play a move like rook c8, and then you can start pushing a4, a3. So
let's say e4, a4, king
or
e1.
even maybe instead of a4, you even have rook c4, perhaps.
Yeah, rook c4 I like also. So let's say king e3. Is it a possibility?
By the way, okay, here I think I have a trick. But
yeah, we have an update. White played king f3 first. So yeah, we were discussing something like rook c8. Let's say e4, rook c4, king e3. Yeah, a trick. You were saying.
I don't think it's working though. So let it be.
So something like knight d5, or what is it? Let's say a4 we go. King d3.
Sorry, I have to interrupt you, Padmini. Abhijeet Gupta in the chat, he's saying e4 was possible on Sashi's game, and SL has turned it around. So
let's quickly look at both
Abhijeet
the games.
Giving us live updates from the venue itself.
So knight d5, knight f8, e4 was possible somewhere. Where?
Doesn't look that great here, yeah? So what did Sashi play here?
He played bishop e7, knight e5, knight f8 has happened in the game. And now it's white's move, and white is thinking.
Yeah, Mrinal, all the best, Abhijeet Dada, for the quarterfinal and beyond. Yes, our wishes are always with you. Our wishes are always with you and the Indian team. Instead of knight
it's really nice to have him in the chat.
Yeah. So instead of knight f3, he's saying e4 was possible.
Okay, knight e6. I think this position, e4. Okay, yeah, e4 looks.
So
it's a
very interesting point.
D e4, knight e4, bishop e7, maybe some bishop into f6 or f5. This knight will be in trouble. Maybe f5.
Yeah,
no,
something like f6. This.
Yeah. Yeah, e4 would have been dangerous.
Perhaps f5 right now works because knight into e4, have this great point f into e6, bishop into h4, e into f7 check, and I don't take this bishop. Instead, I will go for the rook, and this is just lost for black now, as I'm going to take this e8 rook as well as the e4 knight.
So in the game, knight f3 happened, bishop e7, knight e5, knight f8, and now rook c1 Sasikiran played. Maybe white is also planning some bishop f5 move, so that c6 will become very weak.
Wow, that's a great idea. Yeah, Abhijeet is saying d4, bishop f6 first. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense, Abhijeet.
I think both players are coming under time pressure also. Both have 7 minutes on the clock. And this will be like the game will be hitting up here now.
Surely. So I'm trying to see what is going on in with its game, as I thought that was the
And
game which
also,
will.
yeah, SL's game, Black had taken over completely, he mentioned.
Yeah.
So we
So
are
let's see.
seeing the game has had a lot of updates. Rook b5. Yeah, what is knight b1? Knight b1, rook b5, rook c2, rook into d5. A pawn, extra pawn for not that much advantage. King e5.
Yeah. So the thing is, black is a pawn up, but it's not going to be that easy because your pawns are all on light squares, and if you have a bishop, you want to have your pawns on the opposite square. So if you have a light square bishop, you want your pawns to be on the dark squares. So that's why these pawns on e4, a4, they're sort of restricting this bishop. So it's not going to be easy, but a pawn is still a pawn. So SL will certainly try.
Yeah. Maybe he will go for d5, some bishop f7 and b5, b4, and maybe include a3 also. Yeah.
Yeah, a3, you always have to be careful about not allowing d4, but it is always an option as well.
Yeah, b4, not allow b4. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, let's check with this game. We are reaching very crucial moments in the match, and the players are coming under time pressure.
Yeah, कौन से game देखो ऐसा हो रहा है. We
सब
want to look
game
at all the
पे,
games.
yeah, it's like really hitting up. So we have to be as fast as the players. So
Yes.
they have in the game f6, bishop b6, rook a8.
Okay. So Vidit really wants to push these pawns quickly.
Yeah.
But MVL is not going to make it easy for him. So what did MVL played bishop d4, I guess?
No, he has not played anything yet.
Ah.
At least I can't see. No, bishop b6, rook a8, f5. MVL has played f5.
f5. Okay. So, Padmini, one theme I'm seeing here, you can play a4 with black, and you always have this idea of playing knight into a2. The point is, this
Let's say
a2
something
pawn
like
count.
g4.
Yes, knight into a2, rook into a2, and d3 is always a possibility. The point is that, but you have rook b2 here, so it is pointless in the end. Yeah, I wanted to get my pawns rolling, but it's not that easy.
But if our rook was on d file and we had this b4 pawn, then we could play a3. Rook into b3, a2. Because bishop d4, we could always take rook into d4. Some tricks.
Yeah.
So f5, Vidit will plan, I think, all this. But first, a4, bishop c5. Black has to think how to go about it. Like
Certainly.
a4, say bishop c5.
I feel like, Aradhya, I agree with you. This is slightly complicated than before now, but it still should be in control for Vidit. But f5 is a very interesting choice. Yeah, just ignoring everything that's going on around queen side and just, making a very nice positional move on the king side.
Yeah, and also stopping black's any ideas of f5 and knight e4.
Yeah.
So we are going into very time crunch stages, and it's getting very tensed. Let's look at the other boards. Nihal's game, how it's the update. So bishop a4, black protected e5 pawn, rook d1, king h7, king h2, like you said.
Yeah, it's a very Nihal-esque move. It's just a very calm, quiet king move. It's very Nihal.
Yeah. So this is the position we have, and bishop into c5, white will become get a extra pawn. Nihal played queen c5. So I think black will take queen into c5, yeah, no doubt about it.
Yes. So yeah, that is what White will try to do. And Padmini, so I
Hmm.
want to ask a question to the chat. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Who is your favorite player in the Indian team, guys? Who do you like to who is your favorite player from this Indian team? Also, guys, स्ट्रीम को लाइक करिए प्लीज. हमारी इंडियन टीम इतनी दूर इजराइल में गई है हमारे लिए लड़ने के लिए, और हम उनके लिए कुछ लाइक करिए, उनके लिए हम उनको सपोर्ट करेंगे, हम उनके लिए सब कुछ करेंगे जो हम कर सकते हैं. They are fighting very hard for us. So just like the stream, guys, we are going to do this. We are going to win.
Yeah.
So Nihal, PD, so
Yeah. So
many.
while we are waiting for the chat's favorite player, we'll look at other boards. Let's check SL's game.
Yeah.
Because we are always now we are getting fast updates, and President is under huge time pressure. So we'll be getting like really quick updates in this game. So this is how the game has progressed. And this A3 pawn, I feel, is going to be really dangerous. What do you think about Rook C8 now?
Yeah, it looks very
Yeah, Rook
dangerous.
C8 was played. Knight
So
E2.
Ne2 was played. So he's
King
stopping
F6.
Rook C2. But
Hmm.
SL was King F6, a very nice calm move. Now
Very
you want
calm.
to play Rook C2.
Yeah, and also some Bishop F7 ideas he is doing.
Yeah, that is also a possibility always.
Getting out of any checks, clearing the diagonal for the bishop. I really like the move King F6 actually.
Yeah, King F6 is a very, SL I told yesterday, he's like a hermit. Yeah, he finds all this, he'll sit very calm, have no
Cool.
expression on his face, and he's like a cold-blooded assassin when it comes on the board still, which is a very
Yeah.
weird combination. So everyone in the chat going VD, Nihal, VD, so many. Oh, guys, yes. Yes, Troy, it's better than soccer, definitely. Abhijeet is saying, kya kya karoge abhi? This is fun, Abhijeet, what to say. I like interacting with chat. I love following the games and commentating with Padmini as well. So it's just a great atmosphere for me.
So Nihal's game, we don't have any updates. VD's game.
Okay, this is, this has become slightly
We have
complicated.
updates. Rook A6, Bishop D4, Rook D6. Maybe VD is trying for these tricks. What do you think? What is H5? H5 is interesting.
Yeah, H5 is.
So maybe GH5 is Rook D5 the idea. Idea A4.
Yeah, it's quite possible because probably the thing is VD really wants to play A4, but it's not getting, so he's trying to create something on the king side as well.
Okay. So yeah, all the players are our favorite players, but we will just pick someone randomly. Yeah, it's a very difficult to choose when we are going for favorite players, because we are all actually, even the fans, we are rooting for all the players, and I think it must be hard for any of them to choose any single player.
That is true. That is very true. They are
Yeah.
all our homeboys, so
Yeah.
yes, take our energy. VD for the win. Yes, Yash. VD for the win, and they have all our energy there, and the boys are showing.
Let's go with Rajesh for Kumar Patra. He said Nihal as his favorite player. It's just a random choice for me, and he gets a diamond membership for 1 month. He gets a diamond membership, so he can like practice Puzzle Rush, play freely without any ads and everything. Enjoy all the articles and all the membership benefits. So congratulations to Rajesh Kumar Patra.
Yes, congrats, Rajesh. Uh, so,
Yeah.
oh, Nihal's game, yeah.
Yeah, let's go over to Nihal's game.
Oh wow, this is
Fast. It's being very fast updates. So
yeah. So this is an opposite. This is quite close to draw, but
yeah, it's
Nihal
still
will keep trying.
dangerous. Yeah. Oh, Rook D7 now is white post to exchange the rooks. Then it will
So
be
you
a
can,
draw.
yeah. So the point behind Rook D7, guys, is if you take
Yeah.
Rook into D7, King into D7, it might seem like Bishop G7 is hanging, but always in opposite color bishops, if the king and bishop can control the pawns, which are quite near to each other here, it is a draw. So in this case, this position is a theoretical draw. That's why Nihal, I feel, will not go for this. He'll play bishop d4 instead, which he has done.
Okay,
Oh
so
my
I
God.
think we have an update already at SL's game. Let's quickly go to SL's game. What happened in this game? Did he?
Wow, SL
Oh,
won.
President, I think lost on time. Last time we or no. I don't have the updates on the board, so we are quickly going to the updates on the board.
SL OP हो जाए chat में.
Yay! So we have our first win in the match. SL versus Fresinet, and SL has given us a win with the black pieces, which is a great result.
Yeah, you can't take the rook because black will queen here. And this is simply lost for white. So Fresinet resigned here.
Yeah.
Such a great result, Padmini. This has
Yeah,
been a great start. Great start.
Yeah, true. It's going to be a great moral booster for all our team, and winning with the black pieces like brings in a lot of energy, I think, to the players. It's a great win, and it's a great conversion after SL got into the end game.
Yeah, it was a great game. You know, just slowly, he played very slowly, solidly, but when he got his chance, he took it, and
Yeah,
it was a great game and a great result for him. Yeah, and special shout out to the lucky shirt, SL's lucky shirt, which has played a very important role.
Yeah.
As put out in the chat before.
Yes, and we are not going to make SL wear the shirt, but chat. Let's see if for the next. I think for the next game you will most probably be wearing the same shirt, but we'll see if tomorrow and all also he is wearing the same shirt. So keep an eye on SL's shirt.
Yes, Padmini, if you know, if they have an Indian chess museum, SL को shirt को ऐसे टांग देंगे वो उधर as a museum piece.
Yeah, we have update in Nihal's game also. It's been a draw, a good draw. Like
yeah.
So we have it's 1.5 versus half now in India's favor.
Yeah, exactly, and yeah, this is a very good result because Padmini, can we move to quickly to Vidit's game because a lot has happened there, and
yeah, we have had a lot of updates in Vidit's game.
Yeah.
Oh, this pawns are rolling now. Yeah, so this is a position, and A4, A3 VD is planning. It looks like a win now.
Yeah, this A2 pawn is gone, and black can just keep pushing this A4, A3, B2. You can't really stop it. White has some F6 ideas, but I feel it is really slow compared to black's pawns.
Yeah, and this knight is controlling the king's, entrance.
Yes, VD to finish it off. Mrinal is saying, yes, VD, if the captain finishes the match, it's always great. And yeah, it looks very likely. This looks just over for white, to be honest.
Yeah. So king d3, b4 has been played. f6, knight c3, rook g2, stopping b2, b1 queen, and a4. No, a4 is not. So this is the current position we have.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to clarify a rule here, Padmini, that
Yeah.
if India wins two and a half or above, it doesn't matter if it's 2.5, 3.5. If India wins this match and they even draw the next game 2-2, it means that India is through to the semis and we have won the match. So that's why it's a great result, because it already, psychologically puts us in a better place, and the French players have to approach the next games very differently than they did for this game. So this is a great result. And as we can see, VD is just not stopping. Yeah, he's just trolling those pawns.
So VD has protected the pawn, knight a2. Yeah, it's a very, I feel tense. What about you?
I feel I was tense before, but now I feel like we have this one in the back. So
yeah,
I'm pretty happy right now.
But winning a winning game is not easy. So I think Vidit has his focus, and but Vidit's time is very low. But I think Vidit will convert the game. We can see on the clock in the video also 20 seconds versus 5 minutes.
Yeah, we can see Vidit counting.
Yeah, also rook c7 check is a big threat, I think, now.
Yeah, rook c7 check, and if the king moves, then you can start pushing a3.
Yes.
Which would certainly be bad news for MVL.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah. Let's quickly go over to Sasikiran's game.
Yeah,
because there have been like a lot of updates here also. They're playing under 1 minute this game, and the updated position is this. White is an exchange up for some dark square weaknesses.
I feel like you can take queen into b4 here, and
so queen
although
b4,
dark squares are weak,
bishop b8,
and I go queen f4.
Yeah, queen f4 is a good move, very good move. So queen b2.
Yeah, queen f5, let's say. And
we are also making a threat. Yeah, queen b4, knight h5 happened in the game. So
yeah,
black is having some dangerous ideas. Queen c3, knight g3, king g1, bishop e3. This happened. Okay, so what now? It looks very... rook into e3 should be able to draw, I think. Yeah, rook e3 was kind of forced.
True. So sorry, Padmini. We are moving from one game to another, but I feel Vidit's game is...
yeah, let's go to Vidit's game. Yeah.
Something is going to happen very soon. So
yes.
Knight d3.
Yeah, I think... Yeah, the knight has come to a good square. So bishop d4. What do we play? Can we play b? Yeah, I think if we play b4, it will be just a win. Oh, we can see on the live board also. We can follow it.
Yes, we can. Yeah, so Vidit has played b2, bishop b2, knight into b2.
Yeah.
I guess rook b2, he can play rook c7
b3.
check.
Rook c7, king b4. Yeah, b3. I think VD has played b3. Yeah, why give up the pawn so easily? And now just rook b7 and a3 is coming. So king b4, rook a7 also same with the idea a3, rook b3, a2. So let's say king b4, rook a7, he will go king a3, but here I think we just take gf6 and we have two solid extra pawns. And
basically this rook and king are tied towards these pawns, and black will slowly bring his king, and this is game over.
Yeah, black will just come very happily and capture all the pawns. So b3. Yeah, I think the game will be soon over in...
Oh my God, by the way, Padmini, even Sasikiran is winning his game. He's completely winning.
Oh, this is huge. I think this puts us in a great spot. Okay, yeah, this... So knight when it's playing against the rook passer, it's very difficult for the knight to defend against a rook passer.
And okay, you can just, it's very easy to play as white. The plan is very easy. The pawn is on a6, knight is tied. You'll bring your king. When the black brings his king to the queen side, you will take all the king side pawns. This f7, g6, h6 pawns. Will grab them, and yeah, this is going to be another win for us, which is just insane.
Yeah, this is going like really great for the team. And let's quickly move over to Vidit's game. I think, yeah, f6, king b4, rook a7, rook g2. So a3, what about a3, king b3? Okay, a3, we are not playing it so soon. Oh, but I think rook b7, king into a4, rook b7, yeah? Oh, they have had so many updates.
I feel this is winning.
g5,
Yeah,
oh, this, okay.
g5,
Okay,
and MVL has
yeah,
resigned, and VD OP हो जाए chat में. VD OP.
VD has
MVL.
done it. VD OP in the chat.
Wow. He has
Yeah.
beaten MVL with black. That is quite an achievement in itself.
Yeah, and it's a great game also because Vidit was having a good advantage from the opening, and he converted it very nicely.
Wow, wow. Just I'm amazed because, Vidit has been playing so well. He has been delivering constantly in this tournament, leading the team from the front, and just VDOP, VDOP. MVL is a very good, an elite level player, and to beat a player like him in a crucial situation like this with black, it's just quite an achievement.
Yeah. So we have one game left, and which is also in white's favor in Sasikiran versus Tigran Gharamian. So, so we have some updates. Yeah. Yeah, this endgame looks this g2. I think the g2 pawn will be the one which will win. What do you think?
I I don't know which pawn will queen. I just know Sashi will win because this black king can only be in one place at one time. You can't defend the a6 pawn as well as defend this f7, g6, h6 pawns. You just can't. So white just has to be slightly play slightly accurately, and this.
So both players are under 30 seconds. So the games are going to go really fast. Bishop b1 threatening bishop a2 check. Yeah, and yeah, it looks very dangerous for, like, it looks now lost. Yeah. Can we see the clocks also of the board? Clocks and the
Yeah, they
video,
are.
close-up video? Yeah, so we might soon be seeing the players playing those very, in the very time crunch, how they are moving the pieces and how fast they play. King c5, this has happened. So yeah, like you, Abhi, you said king cannot be at both the places. Either king will have to be on the queen side or on the
Yes,
king
and
side. Yeah.
this is game over, Padmini. You can just play with your hand. You don't even need to think, and Sashi is going to deliver. And wow, just wow. Like when we lost to that Uzbekistan team, I was like very dejected, and a lot of fans were dejected as well. But see how we are coming back. It's very strong, and I feel like the players are in great shape, and it's just very exciting to follow all the games. Yeah. And support our team. India OP हो जाए chat में भाई. India OP हो जाए chat में.
Yeah, so both players will be playing very fast now.
So Sashi.
Yeah, so now I think So Sasikiran will win, and we will have a score of 3.5 in India's favor.
Mhm.
And France will have to go all out in the next match.
King e4, I guess he'll play king g7 and then push h6, h7. The rook pawn is always very difficult for knight to stop, and
Or
white
or
is
do you
going to
think
queen
king
it.
g5? I think king g5 he played, because let's not take any chances. I think this is a good move in a team championship.
Yeah, completely agree.
So white is not giving any counterplay at all.
Yeah, and I guess Tigran Gharamian will play knight c7.
Yes.
So
Knight
what do you
c7
play?
was played. Yeah, I think we go h6, knight h6, knight e6, check, king f6.
But then you play knight f8, right? And you defend
Then
this
I go
f7 as well.
g4, g5, yeah. But king f4 and knight f7 will be a check. So in fact, maybe king g7 was winning, but I think Sasikiran played like a team, like in a team, and he made the best king g5 choice, which is like not giving any chance to black, because you have to really calculate in a king pawn ending or a king versus knight. Yeah, Abhi?
Yeah, and it's very exhausting. You're constantly playing. So yeah, I guess it happens. King g7 was winning there instead of king g5, but now it seems like it's going to end in a draw. This, e6, f8, h7, g5. These squares are very important now for the knight to defend, and this is going to be a draw now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we are
Sasikiran
following.
Chris Cairns is saying Sasikiran already thinking of semis and finals, hence the mask. Yeah, he's just taking precautions, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, the game has ended in a draw, and it's 3-1 in India's favor. That's a great result.
Wow. It's an excellent result. And now we just
Yeah.
need 2-all. We don't even need 2.5. We just need 2 points to qualify to the semis. And
yeah, the next round starts at 9:30, right? So 9:30, we all have to be there again to see for the second match. Yes, Abhi, you were saying.
no, I was just going to ramble on about I'm just very, very happy, so just ignore me.
Yeah, and yeah, I think it's a great result, and like the team will be having a advantage over France, and France will have to go all out. And now there is going to be a Speed Chess Championship. So join us again for 2 streams.
Yeah, and our good friend Soumya will be commentating there with Narayan. Srinath will be covering Arjun Erigesi versus Fabiano Caruana. What an exciting matchup that is,
Yeah.
Padmini. It's so exciting.
That is too epic. That will be a too epic battle.
So join in, guys. Join in to see our boy Arjun as well as our Indian team in Israel who are playing excellently. So do join in, guys. India OP ho jaye fir se. And Padmini, should we take a break?
Yeah. So see you guys in both the streams. Join us again, and see you soon.
See you soon, guys. फिर से आइए, support चाहिए हमें.
हाँ.